Give me that visual, looking at the tie-ties, shaking like maracas, dancing to the south side merengue, chasing down with E&J, take another shot as we lapping up this bar, getting down like we both is getting off. Full hard, never softened, never love lost as I take you to the top, tipping top, slide back down the bottom of my car. Sex game official, make the yaya whistle, more than 2 fistfuls, slob, choke, all up on my dick. I want you to damn near puke on my shit. Bitch, now you and your girl switch, damn I got a chubby. Love the way you touch me, ride it all night, love the way you fuck me. Bend it over, push it back, make the kitty cat go. Clap, 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 man, I got this chubby, what you gon' do with this chubby? I said man, I got this chubby, what you gon' do with this chubby? What you gonna do with this chubby? What you gonna do?
Street magic. Yeah. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath, like Jeezy the snowman. I'm all about dough, man. Ever since a young buck till I got old man. They saying I'm a goat now. This the itinerary for how it all goes down. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. I've been cold since a youth, and always cold in the booth. So cold that I froze, and now the Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been rapping since 9-8, always reppin' 508. If I tryna come to violate, street magic the team that annihilates. Yeah, we gon' regulate, yeah, we gon' regulate. Nothing but clean up, hitters on the roster. Your head tucked like a mobster, your head in some pasta. Yeah, your head in some pasta. Had to do it proper, like a top shotter. Been cold since youth, always cold in the boot. So cold that I froze, now the Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been cold since the youth, always cold in the boots. So cold that I froze, now the Iceman soul.
Everybody, it's your boy Aaron All Nighter. This is the Pop-Up Podcast, episode 16. It's your boy Fifth will be joining momentarily, but first, guys, share this out to your news feed, share this to groups, tag people in a post, tag people in the comment section, send this out to like-minded individuals in Messenger. We started off today's episode with a little bit of music while we wait to get this going. And we started off with the fan favorite on the Hip Hop Everything podcast. It's your boy Fifth, Chubby, available on all platforms. And my track, Aaron All Nighter, Iceman, available on all platforms. But before we get this episode really going, we're going to run a little bit more music by you guys, and we're going to get this going. You can find me, Aaron All Nighter, all platforms. Find It's Your Boy Fifth on all platforms. We are local artists trying to get our music heard and out to the people. We got a track called the Street Magic Anthem, representing Street Magic Multimedia. And, well, check it out. We'll talk about it.
Yo, it's your boy Fifth back in the building again. Yo, just picked up Cash's Flow. Yeah. What? About to get down for this video. Yeah. Street Magic Anthem video. Pulling up the spot. Gonna be there in about 5 minutes. A little bit less, you know what I mean? We getting down. Peace. Yeah, that's that. You what?
Looked out the fucking thing for the zipper. Stuff and shit. Yeah.
Street Magic. Street Magic in the building, yo. On the way right now, so this is New Bedford. This is the brand new bridge, New Bedford right here. We're gonna be filming some of the footage in this motherfucker, this direction.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Moves in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want food. Maybe that's why you couldn't.
I'm recording, so.
I put it on right now.
Look at these dweebs trying to figure out what the.
Hey, just get you got the candy. Try to do it with this shit.
No, because my hand will be shaky.
It's heritage, born from the dirt. Moves in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
That's fucking ass. That's fucking
That's all be my package. That's what you're filming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Gross.
fucking hit the records. It is.
I am recording.
Alright, cool.
Dude. We're in the ghetto right here. Oh shit. Get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, we gotta hit ground.
Alright, we don't need that.
Street magic, run the game, eternal.
Built for the storm, never bent, never broke. Turn the pain into power, every word that we spoke.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Moves in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
Street magic, got the city in a chokehold. Came about the dirt, not a wrist on frost mode. Blueprint solid, every move like a chess play. 10 toes down, gotta get it in the worst way. All nighter, yeah, the grind don't sleep. Turn the dream into cream, now we split it with the team. Came from the trenches where the love run cold. Now it's full court press, never break, never fold. Took the long road, never asked for a handout. Flipped a couple losses, now we flex with the bands out. Mind over matter, that's the code that we live by. Pressure make diamonds, tell them look how the team shine. City on my back, got them chanting the name. Street magic worldwide, let it run through the veins. Legacy in motion, this history in real time. Ain't no competition, every verse is a kill sign.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
Built for the storm, never bent, never broke.
turn the pain into power. Every word that we spoke, street magic in my veins. This ain't luck, this is fate. Every step that we take, got 'em raising the stakes. Coming from the basement, now we up in the building. Made a wave out the struggle, now we aim for $1 billion. Told them bet on the grind, I don't gamble with hope. Every line that I pen like 1,000,000 quotes. Self-made, every step been precise. Turned the struggle to a flame, now we shining every night. Kept it real, never folded, never switched on the code. Now the vision coming true, every seed that we sowed. A1's day one, never lacked. Took the pressure, made diamonds, put the team on my back. Street magic, we the force, we the wave. Built brick by brick, known for killing the stage.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Aaron All Nighter back again. I popped in a little quick second earlier. Back with It's Your Boy Fifth.
Boom, my pair out,
Up
man.
with the music. We played Chubby, Iceman, a little bit of the behind the scenes of the Street Magic anthem, and then the anthem. Speaking of Chubby, Chubby was a background song for a meme the other day, posted on the Floor of Experience. Because the Floor of Experience is back. We are also airing this live on the Floor of Experience. So, guys, if you're wondering, like, hey, where was the first 15 episodes? It's on our pages. It's like, because we couldn't go live here. But we're back, so you're going to see a lot of podcasts on the Floor of Experience. Get used to it. Get familiar with our faces.
Right?
Besides that point, somebody from the Floor of Experience sent me an inbox message, asked to remain anonymous. So they were at Market Basket, and the car parked on the side of them was getting Ed, and they snapped the picture. So rightfully so, I put It's Your Boy Fifth Chubby as a song in the background. That post now has over 100,000 views.
God damn.
Like 400 reactions, like 800 something comments, probably like 200 shares. A lot of people's sentiment was, well, why did you take a picture? And I'm like, read the caption. I didn't take a picture.
Yeah.
It was sent to the page,
Right.
and the caption was part of the message. So it was, I was shopping at Market Basket this morning with my kids, seeing this in the car on the side of me. Shake my head. And then it was like, can you post this to raise awareness that there's perverts out there and there's kids? So I just kept the first part. I didn't have to put up about perverts and kids because, like, hey, we've all either got our dick sucked or there's people out there sucking dick. So we're all here because of sex.
And I've definitely gotten head in the whip before too, so I guess that
right.
would be
So okay. Then
I mean, as for a guy, that's like one of those things you want to check off like that's not something we're ashamed of. We want to check that box before we fucking die. You know what I mean? Like that's a bucket list item.
So I'm looking at the post, and at first I'm like, I'm not gonna post this. Then I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is just staring at the camera, like making eye contact with whoever's taking the picture. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm like, and his facial expression is like dead. dead face. Like he's not enjoying it at all. Like his facial expressions seem aggravated.
She was probably teasing him, bro. She probably caught him with the tooth real quick. He was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm getting
On
recorded.
top of that, there's somebody peeking in the next car over. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is ruined." And you gotta remember, this was on the 3rd. It was like almost 100 degrees out.
Oh,
so you're in the car, like, okay, yeah, you got the AC on.
I hope.
Hopefully, well, the windows were rolled up, so got the
Even
AC
worse.
on. And the girl that's going down is getting a sweat stick. Just saying, because the man had to walk to the car and then to turn the AC on. Then I'm like, I'm not gonna post it, but then I'm like, yo, this dude, no fucks given, literally is parked in between two cars. I can see on the other side of the driver's side window that there's another car parked right there. And then it's morning time, bro. Like you in Market Basket parking lot the day before 4th of July. Probably one of the biggest, busiest food shopping days that there is. The parking lot's going to be packed. Now, the Market Basket in Fall River, it's got like a side parking lot that's like nobody really uses because it's like way far away from the store. Bro, park over there. There's nobody parking over there. Park over there. Oh, he got right back in the car from shopping with the chick and was like, yo, you owe me. It was busy in there. I need to get stressed. I'm stressed. Go down. So when I put it up, mad people in the comments. Oh, you must be jealous. So, well, what's the point?
No, to be fair, I'd be a little jealous. I want my dick sucked in the whip too.
Well, I hear you. But when I was responding to the comments, I'm like, I'm not jealous. You see this man's face? It doesn't look like he's enjoying it.
Me, I'm a pervert, bro. I'll tell you right now, I am a pervert. I looked at him and been like, me? Next? Her? Like, next? Like,
then people are like, why would you take a picture of this? I'm like, read the caption. It says, this morning I woke up to this in my inbox, submitted anonymously. So read, people. Then my thing is like, I wouldn't have took a picture. I'd have took a video. It would have went more viral.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know how to do this. Think I'm just going to stand there and take a picture? No, I'm going to do the video. And just like you, I'm going to knock on the window. Hey, bro. Yo, what's up?
I got dibs next.
Horrible. But good old Fall River shit. You know what I mean? And you're representing New Bedford. New Bedford just had some good fireworks I've seen.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope. Speaking of fireworks, America went crazy this year because it's our big birthday.
Yes, it is.
And we've been having a lot of fireworks lately. But the weather's been getting in the way because it's been hot this week. This has been a hot fucking week across the whole country.
Not even just here, bro. In Europe, too. There's fucking thousands of people dying over in Europe because of that heat wave. Those motherfuckers blaming us because we have air conditioning and their governments won't let them have AC and they blame us. Them stupid Americans, it's hot over here because they use the AC. Yeah, that's what it is. It's because we have AC.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It wouldn't be like China or India burning coal factories, hundreds of them, massive swaths of fucking entire countries. No, it wouldn't be that.
No.
It's our AC.
Right.
What do I
Now, did you catch any of the America 250?
What do you mean?
So
I missed something. I'll say what you mean. I'm missing something.
Trump had the other day, well, the last few days. So on the 3rd, he did like this long speech at Mount Rushmore.
No, I definitely missed that.
And then had fireworks and light show at Mount Rushmore. I'm not gonna lie about that one, okay? That was mid. Real mid. Like the fireworks? The fireworks, the light show, it just it looked like a community college show. I was like, this is not good. This is not good. But then the 4th of July happened yesterday. And this man let off so much fireworks in Washington, D.C., that there was points where the sky just looked like one big explosion.
Jesus.
All orange. And I'm like, well, that's overkill. Like,
He had to make up for the day before.
a little less. You know what I mean? So that way I can see the firework. You know what I mean? See what color it's supposed to be. I get it. Go big or go home. And what way to say America in that?
Then to go big, right?
But he's also been having like the state fair thing going on, the American State Fair. I think it was a good idea. I think it was poorly executed because like it's kind of like a history type fair. There's no rides. They got a bunch of like booths for each state with like tourist attractions for that state or what that state's known for. So like they just got a handful of things about each state. It's like a fucking rest area stop.
With pamphlets and shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna walk around and be like, let me go to the next booth and see what Rhode Island's got to offer.
As if someone can't pick up their goddamn phone and do it fucking faster, more interactive,
right.
Probably better looking, more attractive.
I'm like, this might have been good about 20 years ago. 25 years ago, this would have been a dope idea.
Oh, the man is fucking 80. The man is 80, so I'm sure his ideas come from...
Oh, his mind is back then. He's like, this is great. This is amazing.
World War II fucking thought process and shit.
Speaking of his mind and him being 80 in his thought process, they had the full firework display from DC online. I actually watched it this morning. It's about half hour, 40 minutes long. And they said that there was like hundreds of thousands of fireworks. The music that they played.
Oh boy.
This was definitely Trump's playlist. Okay, obviously YMCA from the Village People was there. The camera went to him, and he's sitting in his chair. He didn't do his dance, but he's tapping the arms of his chair. I'm like, this guy loves YMCA. He's got like good YMCA memories. Like I've never seen a grown-ass adult love that song that much ever in my life. Yeah, then there was Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA, the Proud to Be an American song, and it was all performed by military service members. So it was all covers of hit songs.
That's kind of a good idea, though. Then I mean,
it was, and it also wasn't, because I'm like, all right, bro. One, why are all of our service members like super talented and other shit? Like I'm over here watching this one lady sing, bro. She's singing her ass off, but she dressed in a uniform, and I'm like, how did they even know she sings? Then there's this one dude. He's playing a guitar and singing while he's playing a guitar. And I'm like, who is this guy? Random uniform on. I'm like, did he find people that were in the military that won like karaoke contests and was like, hey, you're the guy?
Yo, you know when you fill out your other talents, you know when you fill out the application, they're like, oh, what else can you do? Oh, I like to do karaoke. Oh, I got a fucking rock band. They're like, start flowing through the files and shit. They're like, oh, your karaoke skills, come on over.
Right, all of a sudden they get a call for that, like 5 years into their service, and they're like, "So you still do karaoke?" They're like, "Yeah, why?"
Yeah,
every weekend. They're like, "Great, you want to do it in DC for America's
president?"
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, great. But they did have one point where they like evacuated the state fair, and because of like heat, it was too hot. So they put people in a bunch of museums around DC. But Trump made a little bit of a speech. We're going to get into this. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
enlightening. And I said, there's no way if we have to speak in front of one person at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be here. There's no way we can be deterred. For 2.5 centuries, our American republic has stood as the crowning achievement of human history. This country is the home of freedom. This is the land of liberty. And this is a flag that's the banner of the most extraordinary, most exceptional, most incredible nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And we're doing better now than we've ever done before.
What the fuck? Bro, his cadence is wild.
Yeah, it is. And then, if we got to stay here till 4 in the morning and I talk to one person, we will not be deterred. So imagine if that really happened, right? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. There's one loyal person out there. Trump's like, I guess I got to talk to this guy. I promised it earlier. He's like, so you decided to stay. Why? Like,
Tell me what you love about me.
Dude's really homeless. He's like, I got nowhere to go, bro. Like,
yeah.
So fucked up, but it's true. But the American 250, we broke records. A lot of things going on. Got another clip. But before we play this clip, guys, if you haven't already share this out. Share it to your newsfeed. Share the group. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. Mm-hmm. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Kick. We are on Kick on It's Your Boy Fifth and YouTube on It's Your Boy Fifth. We are on YouTube on Street Magic Multimedia as well, and Facebook on the Floor of Experience and Aaron All Nighter Facebook page. Now, getting into breaking records, America 250. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
Fireworks illuminating the night skies for the 4th of July, but not before severe storm warnings put a pause on some of the country's biggest celebrations. In Washington, D.C., at the Salute to America 250 event, thousands evacuated from the National Mall, seeking shelter in surrounding museums.
It is what it is, and, it doesn't take any of the excitement or joy away from it.
Events in Boston and Philadelphia also put on hold.
Due to approaching severe weather, they're telling everyone to move quickly to the nearest exit.
The Macy's fireworks show in New York City moved up by almost 30 minutes to beat the weather. But the pyrotechnics causing a fire on the Brooklyn Bridge. After all of the unexpected delays, President Trump taking the stage in D.C. nearly an hour and a half behind schedule, determined to deliver an Independence Day message.
For 250 years, the United States of America has been the hope, the promise, the light, and the glory among all of the nations of the world.
A massive record-setting fireworks display then filling the sky over the Capitol. The festivities earlier in the day wowing crowds around the New York harbor. The Navy's Blue Angels soaring overhead. While the parade of sail featuring dozens of tall ships from 20 countries made up the largest maritime gathering in American history. In Philadelphia, the nation's birthplace, people drawn there by the rich history, like Jeff Wilkins, dressed as a Revolutionary War-era American militia member.
A lot of people want to take pictures with you. It's emotional.
Yeah, it really is. It's just overwhelming, really, to be part of the, the nation's birthday today. I'm humbled.
On the other side of the country in California, even more appreciation for the land of the free.
Today we're celebrating freedom of this beautiful nation, and tonight we're going to have all those fireworks.
And events are already planned for the 4th of July, another 250 years from now. Yesterday, a time capsule was buried here in front of Independence Hall. It was filled with items from all 50 states and letters from every living president. It will be opened when the country celebrates 500 years of independence in the year 2276. Willie?
Hillary Castro, where the declaration...
Willie.
All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves with this time capsule thing. I looked into the time capsule. We put a bottle of Coca-Cola in there. There's an iPhone in there. There's a few things.
That bottle of Coke will be just as good in 500 years In 500 years, as it is today, with all the goddamn fucking preservatives we're fucking in that shit.
They're gonna use it as poison in the future. They're gonna be like, look at this.
People drank this? This went inside people? Like,
feel like this had to have been poisoned. They were poisoning people. Mass poison. The history books change and shit. Whoops. Sorry, Coca-Cola. But yeah, the American 250, I'm not mad at it. I think they did a good job. I think a lot of money was spent. Like, I was watching them fireworks and I'm like, yo, this is overkill. And then I was thinking, I'm like, they should have like spaced it out a little bit with the Mount Rushmore ones. More at Mount Rushmore, less over here. Then I'm like, yo, we at the point where, like, I seen Texas, they had some like ill ass drone show. Now I love fireworks, but we literally just blowing up money at this point. Lots of money, just blowing it up every year. And if you think about the government, right? We in all this debt. Every fucking city, town, pretty much spends like $100K a year.
Probably more.
Blow up. You know what I mean? And then, like, we can use reusable drones now, where they don't blow up. We buy them once and just pay for the people to operate them and call it a day.
What do you mean, like put like colored lights and shit on them so that they do like
yeah,
like looks like funky in the air and shit?
And they had one in Texas, 4th of July. Bro, they had a whole bald eagle bird who was like flapping its wings and flying into the sky. It looked like firework, like the pixelated fucking embers from the bottom of the wings, but the it looked like a fucking bald eagle, bro. Just huge cool. In the sky, just flying. And then all of a sudden it transformed, and then it shit's Uncle Sam, and it was like, I want you for USA. And then it was just like a bunch of like patriotic type images. And then they had like music playing, and I'm like, that's fucking dope. And then I'm like, the only thing I really more of a pro on the fireworks side, in my opinion, is I like the big bangs.
Yeah, the N ones. Yeah, the M60s. Yep.
Okay, if we really like the booms, we could just put some noise in the music while these fucking drones is doing their thing. And the drone, when it's transforming, it can go boom into something else. Like we fucking do like an audio score for TV shows and videos and all this. I was just thinking, I'm like, maybe it's because I'm older now and I'm more like financially responsible. Where I'm like, man, they drop bad money just blowing that shit up in the sky.
Certain things they don't care about though. Like I see what you're saying, because I'm the same way too. Like with house finances on a much micro scale, right? I'm the same way. Where like I got a penny pinch, I got to try to pay this bill, pay that bill, allocate funds here and there. And then sometimes I'm like, I'll give you a small example, like taking all my kids off ice cream or something. Is it technically a waste of money? Like, yes, technically it is. It's like, could I have allocated that money somewhere else? But at some point I'm like, fuck it. You got to have some kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, you got to, if I'm going to be working and then investing my time away from my family to make money to pay for shit, I might as well enjoy a little bit of it. Maybe it's the same thought process on the other end. For America can only be 250 years old once, so why not go out and have a little bit of fun and fucking, it is what it is.
That's why, like, I wasn't mad at it. I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, like, we could have showed off our newest technologies with like all these fucking crazy drones and made some like 3D looking images in the sky. Instead, we just went overboard old school. Good old nostalgia. Which is cool.
Baby.
Yeah, which is cool. I'm like, the money that just blowing up. And like, maybe because I'm looking at it as tax dollars now, I'm just watching the whole sky orange.
Money green everywhere.
It's just 1,000 fireworks going up at one time, bro. You couldn't even make out that there was So it was just like an oval in the sky of red.
That's crazy.
And then it's like, okay, so like the fuck, this is blowing up money. But then I look at like city governments and shit. Like I follow foreign mass government and like their budget. They put up a good fireworks show too, and I was like, man, we could use these drones now. And if you want the booms, because I want the booms, fucking put big speakers out there that fucking when these drones transform to another image, boom, bang. And that's what the new correlation when they transform to another image would be. It'd be a boom noise. Keep that tradition going. Fucking park all the drones when it's done. Save them shits for next year. Fucking, we can't save fireworks for next year.
Now that has, and your thing has multiple applications too. If you think about it, not just for the 4th of July, but you could do that for Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, fucking Halloween, any of the major holidays that we get or major events that everyone participates in. Those drones could be used in that kind of aspect. You know what I mean? For whatever, you know what I mean? Like design. If they want to do a design in the sky, then they can change color instantly and, you know, flip it into something else.
Then it's like a one-time purchase pretty much instead of a yearly purchase for fireworks. And then all the people that got like the PTSD or every 4th of July, like every July 1st, you see the memes on Facebook. There's dogs and PTSD soldiers out there. Be mindful of your neighbors. Like, okay, well, guess what? Mad people got dogs. And like none of these dogs like that shit. And like the amount of PTSD of people in this country, we got millions of veterans in this country.
Bro, they wilding out. You hear those big booms go off. They're like, incoming, Charlie. Your uncle gets underneath the couch and shit. He's alive. He's like,
right. So like fucking we can save all of that shit by switching to the drones and some boom noises. Somebody that fifth engineered during the transitions. Then what about like houses catching on fire because people lighting up fireworks on themselves? Yo, I know this one kid that blew fingers off his hand, bro. He got a strong hand now. And he got like 3 fingers on his right hand's gone. He's got like the index and the thumb. It's just like a little claw.
That's what's great about America, man. We're gonna give you the rope to hang yourself, bro. You want to blow your fingers off on the 4th of July? Go right ahead, bucko. Go get yourself. Or knock yourself out.
Freedom.
Freedom to blow your hand off.
Oh man. Now, while all of this America 250 was going on, there was a few things that got in the news, and the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court's term just ended. So got a video on what they've done decision-wise, and we're going to talk about it.
This week marked the end of the term for the United States Supreme Court. In the wake of several victories for the Trump administration, some Democrats are once again calling for their party to expand the size of the High Court once they regain power. But as legal scholars point out, not all of the decisions fell for Trump, and some are warning what could happen if the third branch of government is altered. Here's national correspondent Christine Frizzell.
The Supreme Court's recent decisions prompting Democrats to call for change. Senate hopeful Graham Plattner pushing for ending lifetime Supreme Court appointments. And here's what the former and possible future presidential nominee said just weeks ago.
We talk about the idea of Supreme Court reform, which includes expanding the Supreme Court.
It's an idea that's been floated since 1937 and what's often referred to as FDR's court packing plan. Some legal experts relieved that nearly 100 years later, the calls have not been heeded.
Every future time we get a new party in power, they would add further seats. You would go into a death spiral where we wound up with a 25-seat Supreme Court, and it just would cease to be functional.
While the Trump White House did have several victories this term, decisions on 2 of President Trump's key priorities, tariffs and birthright citizenship did not land in his favor. The court also ruled against his ability to fire Federal Reserve Board member Lisa Cook and rejected Donald Trump's appeal in a sexual abuse and defamation case in which he was ordered to pay E. Jean Carroll $5 million. Still, Republicans have been sounding alarm bells for months. Last month, this constitutional amendment passed out of the House Judiciary Committee to require that the Supreme Court of the United States be composed of 9 justices.
How can the Supreme Court protect Americans from government overreach if the same government can pack the court whenever it dislikes a ruling?
And while many of the Supreme Court's decisions benefit...
So, Supreme Court. These motherfuckers got the power to do.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm not with that at all. Like, keep the 9. 9's a good number. 9 is an odd number, so you'll never end up in a stalemate. 9's just enough to have representation from everywhere. Overstacking it becomes too complicated. There's too many opinions at that point, and then nothing ever moves forward.
Right.
You'll be stuck in a stalemate, and nothing will ever get pushed. You know what I mean? Like, and then them saying, I know the Democrats and the left are Trump elected, I think, like 3 now in both of his terms, 3 or 4 different justices, but just to go prove what that thing said. They don't always back him up.
Right.
They have gone against him a lot, actually. And some things where I thought they'd back him, they didn't.
The only thing that I want changed with Supreme Court justices, I don't think they should be in for life. Like, I say give them some type of term. Like, because they're the same person. Their views and beliefs may never change. Societies might. These judges, new judges, might interpret the laws a little different with like a newer mindset. So, like, let's always stay up to date with society. If we, like, because I've never even been a fan of, like, old politicians, which is like 80-90% of them.
You know, I'm with you on that.
Out of touch, and they don't know what's going on.
I get the thought process behind it, because with age comes wisdom, and with age comes experience. And I get it. They've lived, these older people have had a life. They have a lot of knowledge base to pull from to make maybe more educated and better decisions. I would, but like you're saying, when you get 70 and up, has the pendulum swung too far to where you're now too far disconnected? You know what I mean? You don't want someone that's 25 making decisions because they don't have the life experience, but then maybe somebody at 75 is too far removed. So, you got to find that happy medium. Like, where's the
retirement age. Like, look, we got retirement age for workers, right? So you work, you retire like 65, or you retire earlier like 62 or whatever. That should be like the cutoff limit for like fucking politicians too. Like, fucking, you're out of touch. That's literally at the age where the reason why the government allows us to retire at that age is because we are on the decline.
Yeah.
I mean, we are no longer beneficial or useful as employees at retirement age. I mean, we are more of a liability than anything. So
in a traditional job setting, yes. In a traditional job setting, yes. I think politicians are being a little different. You could probably get a little further into the age people because again, they have a whole treasure trove of knowledge and seeing things enough where it could possibly be beneficial. But I also agree with you too, getting too far, that if you up the age too much, you're too disconnected. Being too young, you're too immature. Like, what's a good, like, you can't be president till you're 33.
Sleepy fucking creepy Uncle Joe Biden. But then you got people like Mitch McConnell. You got like Nancy Pelosi's of the world. Even Trump old as hell. And he was calling Biden sleepy. But now he taking naps too. And it's like, well, it's because he's old. And we all make fun of these politicians. And like, oh, look at this one taking a nap. Well, look at this one. It's fucking old. It's elder abuse. We wanted to force a senior citizen that's 80 years old to be flying and doing an hour speech, standing up, doing this, doing that. We wouldn't expect that from anybody else in the world.
Or at least have a test. At least have a litmus test at that point, because we can't judge everyone on that, because there are some outliers that could be really beneficial. If you had a dude that was, say, 70 to 80 years old, but he looked like he was 50, he was well fit, his brain was sharp, I would tend to lean to him, because that man has 70 years on this planet worth of knowledge. Maybe he would be a good candidate, but that's an outlier. How many 70-year-olds are at that capability? You know what I mean? So maybe there should be like a test they have to go around, or some type of criteria to reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a new cognitive test, not like, hey, animal is this?
Yeah.
What is that? Like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, the kindergartner knows that. Like, you run the free world. I don't care that you can identify a hippopotamus. You better, bro. Like, if you don't know what a hippo is, you never played Hungry Hippos, get the fuck out of here. I mean, fuck. But one thing that he did, though, recently, Trump reversed Biden's fucking college tuition thing. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
All right, we're back now with some big changes for millions of Americans paying back their student loans. Those changes begin today. President Trump ending a Biden-era repayment program that was called SAVE. Now, many student loan borrowers will have to switch to a new payment plan option within 90 days and potentially face higher monthly payments now. Americans have been split on the changes. Starting now, there will also be new limits on loans. Before, students could borrow the full cost of their tuition and fees. Now, though, graduate students are limited to borrowing $100,000 in total, and professional students, like those in law and med school, can only take out $200,000 in total. Parents who take out a loan will only be able to borrow $65,000 per child.
Those students are going to be forced to look for alternate sources of financing, forced to borrow less, or may end up foregoing graduate education altogether.
It's not your neighbor's job to repay your loan. It's your
Exactly. It's not your neighbor's job to pay your loan. You know what I mean? It is not. I look at it like this. I'm all for it, because she said before you used to be able to take out your whole damn loan, and now they're going to like cap it for what you get. Good. You know what I mean? Because you tell a lot of people 18 years old, hey, listen, I can give you a loan for like $400,000 right now. You want that shit? People going to be like, hell yeah. Let me get that, pay this all off now. I got you.
Especially when you sell them the dream. Especially when you're selling them the dream that when you're going to invest this $250,000 or $500,000 into your education to get this dream job so that you can get the dream house and have the dream wife with the dream car. Well, when they're trying to sell you that dream, unfortunately, let's be real, the vast majority of people that are taking out loans for higher education don't even have jobs in said field. They're working in a completely unrelated job that's nothing to do with the money they invested, and then they're looking for loan forgiveness. Well, loan forgiveness, like you just said, well, where's the loan forgiveness going to come from? The federal government is going to then forgive that loan. We're not going to forgive it. They're going to pay that debt for you. The federal government is not a business. They don't sell anything. So where are they getting that money from? Tax dollars. So essentially, like you were just saying, Aaron, eventually everyone else is going to end up paying for that. And for what? It ended up, they turned college into a scam. I remember being in high school, bro. My high school years in 1996 or 2000. Them teachers pushed college down our throats. Now, I'm a construction guy. I always knew I was going to be in construction. I knew I was going to be a hands-on dude my entire life. My teachers were like, you really want to get up early every day and have to hurt yourself? And don't you want to get into the field with computers and all this other bullshit? They did that so bad, they oversaturated the field. There's only so many jobs. There isn't an infinite amount of jobs for the amount of people. They knew that.
Right.
And they took solid advantage of that. And now you got people who can't even afford to pay back their fucking loans because they're not making $300,000 a year like they were promised when they went to an Ivy League school, or not even an Ivy League school, even if they went to a mid-range college, because college prices are so goddamn expensive. You're talking hundreds of people that are 18, they graduate at 23, 24 years old, are paying their debts until mid-30s. So you're expected to have to pay that back, your car loan, your mortgage, every food, you have kids, everything else. You're supposed to add a huge bill on top of that, and then be able to live and survive. I don't, bro. That
setup, like you said, it's a
a fucking
scam.
setup, dude. Nah.
Like my brother, he went to school for criminal justice. He works at Cumberland Farms.
Wild, bro.
You know what I mean? He was sold the whole dream of like being a cop, all this shit. He even did like auxiliary police or whatever. And then fucking he's making more as the manager of Cumberland Farms than he would have for the first 5 years as a cop in my city. So he was like, bro, what would you rather do? Like fucking go put the uniform on and get paid less and deal with bullshit all fucking day?
Yes and no, though. See that's a double-edged sword. If you're looking at short term, yes, he's right. If you're looking at long term, no, he's wrong, because no Cumberland Farms is going to give you the benefit package that you're going to get as a cop. Pension, health insurance, dental, and then over 5 years. All right, so for the first 4 years, they may make more in the beginning. But then when you start ranking up in the police force, that salary or your hourly, and they're not, what they're also not counting is the overtime the police get. They're looking at base salary, not salary, because these cops are making 6 figures a year when you include all the OT they work.
Yeah. Like he's like looking at the short term right now because like these college debts, all this other shit. And fucking it's tough that like you gotta go through that route to play that game first, because like shit's expensive. You know what I mean? Like I think that society, we gotta figure out a way where we don't put more food on our plate than we can eat. And we need to like train ourselves for that with everything. Like if we can't afford it, don't buy it. Like I know you want it, you really want it, and you got the money in your hand, but technically you can buy it, but you know you're gonna like hurt your pockets making that purchase.
And
don't do it.
And on top of that, we've been on a high since COVID and pre-COVID. The economy was booming. I'll say this: anyone watching right now, the carnival ride is ending, meaning the good times, our high is done. We're now on the decline, and I know this. Not only do I pay attention to the economy of what's going on, I'll do this from personal experience. I've been in construction my entire life. Back in 2006, I was in the Carpenters Union. We used to go to monthly meetings. They know 3 years in advance jobs that are on the books lined up, ready to start. They told us in 2007, listen, save your money now and start doing something with your money investing wise, because we have a bunch of jobs in 2007 and partially in 2008, and then there's nothing lined up for years. Now that was the 2008, that was the 2008 housing bubble crash.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today. Has anyone driven into Boston at all in the last, I don't know, say 6 months? I take it back. Has anyone driven into Boston since post-COVID until like the last year or not? There was sky rises, cranes everywhere, bro. These multi-$100 million buildings were getting built. They were doing add-ons, updates, everything. Driving to Boston right now, there's like 2 fucking cranes going on, which that tells me that all of this post-COVID money, that all that money that propped up the economy post-COVID is now gone. If you think about it, 22 to 20, that's about a 4-year span. There's not construction. There's no money being invested right now going on. The last time this happened, the economy bubble busted, and I can see it happening again now. So my advice to everyone is, if you want a little economic advice, Figure out how to get your finances in order right now. Learn how to live within your means right now, because it may seem good right now in 26. It may even seem good in a slow decline into 2027. But I'm telling you, from 2027 on, bro, we're gonna hit a bubble. The bubble's gonna burst, and we're gonna see some shit we ain't seen before, and it's not gonna be good.
Like, people, you gotta learn how to cook at home. Stop door dashing and paying them door dashing delivery fees and the extra money for your food. You gotta like fucking pinch and budget on like spending what you
Learn
buy.
what's a need and what's a want. Learn the difference between I need this and I want this.
Don't drop $300 on the t-shirt. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yo, the $300 pair of Jordans, maybe you don't have to get them. Maybe we'll get a pair of Nike Airs for $120. Like, learn how to scale back and start saving your money now, and save that money. Don't put it in banks. Either keep cash on hand, because cash will be king, or invest in the stock market, or invest in the crypto. Something that you won't lose your money in. Well, you can lose your money there. Let me take that back. It's better to invest because you can hold on to those assets and you can hold on to cash.
Always look at the future stocks on like what's being, like you said, construction always is a key sign. You know what I mean? Because construction and the laborers union know, like you said, in the next few years. So you follow what they're doing, what they're building. If they're building companies, well, those companies are the ones that are like building new buildings.
Well, it's if they're not building is the problem, because if they're not, you're looking like this. In construction as an industry is a good tell sign, because if people aren't investing their money, that means they're not building buildings. Because if people start investing, you have to have something tangible, right, to sell. So you have to.
I'm taking the next step, right? Looking at what they're actually building for investment strategy.
No, I'm saying, but they're not building. There's nothing's being built. There's nothing to invest in, because
right now nothing's being built. But I'm saying, in the general scheme of things, like when you're going to invest, look at the construction field. See if they're at a moment where they're building right now and they got things lined up for the next few years. If they do, then invest in the businesses that they got lined up to build the next few years. Because those businesses that they're about to build 3 brand new buildings for in different states, well, that business is obviously growing.
A lot of it is things where it's not like Apple. It's not like Blockbuster. A lot of these buildings they're building, these multi-million-dollar high-rises, they're like insurance companies, AIG, fucking Travelers, shit like that. It's a lot of like Fidelity investment firms, because that's what people do. People are getting their money, and they're running to those investment firms to invest their money, because that's really the only way to get rich right now. Well, not to get rich, but the only way to really hedge your money from inflation is to invest in it.
Listen, I got a hot topic, and I got a gut feeling that in like 10 years it's about to be right. This is going to be a historical moment looking back. It's good weed too. Good weed. But these investors that invest in things, people rely on them because we don't have the knowledge on what to invest in. Now that we have information available to us at our fingertips, I can see these investors being a bubble that dies out, because why do I need to give you a cut of my money to go put it somewhere when I can ask like AI, or I could figure out what's growing on my own with my own research now and keep 100% of my money?
You know what? Because people are lazy, bro, and people don't want to take the time to really figure out how to invest in what to look for, how to read a stock chart, how to understand what an IPO is, and understand what companies and what to look for in a company that makes a company profitable, and to be able to.
That's all the hard part now that is like done easier, because like I invest, I don't know much about any of that, right? However, I go over to my AI apps and say, I want to invest $100. I want to buy 10 stocks, $10 a piece to just diversify. Give me the stocks that have the highest potential for at least 100% growth in a week. Then they'll give me the highest probability of other stocks and then break it all down for me. And then just tell me which ones to go buy. They're like, this one, this one, this one. That's the same thing these investors are doing. They just are actually studying the market old school, looking at screens and graphs and all this shit, where they were like the programming.
It's one of the same, though. What you're saying is kind of one of the same, because that AI goes on the internet and pulls from those people. Those people may or may not be right. No, not every stock trader hits. Some people look at shit, read, and analyze it and still are wrong. You know what I mean? So to me, at least for me, I mean, and you're right, people probably will do it because that is the easier way out. If the way I look at it for my money, I would rather lose my money on my own instead of me giving a computer money and saying, go figure it out for me. I would rather, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose and I lost it versus me giving AI it the $100 and being like, and it goes and loses it or it gains whatever. You know what I mean?
Like, see, I use the free AI. I got multiple free AI apps. Like,
no, I looked into those, bro. I looked into them joints. I was this close to investing with that shit.
Yeah. So, but like, I cross-reference with all of them because, like you said, they are different now, and they're all programmed different. So you could ask something to Grok, and it's going to be a different response than Chat GPT and Gemini
and Claude. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and Facebook also has one too called Manus, MANUS. And the Manus one I actually like because Facebook had like, it was a notification, was like, download this, da 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 da. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I downloaded it, and the Manus, it actually, when all the other AI apps basically show you like buffering while it's thinking of an answer and then gives it to you, Manus shows you the coding and outlines what it's doing. So it's like it's showing you how it's done pretty much. So like if you smart enough to like understand all the coding, like it breaks it down. Like you ask it to make an image, it'll fucking be like pixel red 9x this, that, da da da, fucking backslash something, and it's like, what the fuck? But like the other AIs don't show that. So I'm like, okay. So there's a lot of good ones, and like a lot of these entrepreneur guys, they invest in heavy with the fucking AI and using the AI to like predict shit.
Dude, the real winners, and this is fucked up to say it, the real winners in the stock market, the real winners, they have the inside information. They got the inside tracking. They know what stocks are good before it even goes public. They know what's going on and they invest early. They get in when it's dirt cheap, knowing this stock is going to skyrise. It skyrises. These guys make 1,000, 10, 20, 30,000 times their investment and then pull the fuck out, and the stock flattens back out. They know ahead of time. Like, and that's the game. And it's funny you said that too, because I was listening to funny enough, Sports Talk Radio 98.5, and they were talking about one of the commercials on there they have is one of these AI stock trading platforms. And what they do is they model their stock portfolios after, because this is all public information, after, say, Nancy Pelosi's portfolio, because she came into Congress, she was worth $20,000. She's leaving Congress and she's worth $245 fucking million. Well, her husband's portfolio, not her. Because
we're gonna get to her husband too. It's great that you brought up her husband. But before we get to her husband though, all these politicians do. Every single one of them. Nancy Pelosi and the husband, just one that got caught. There's like they say this, Trump's fucking
with the crypto coin.
$2 billion in fucking the last 3 years.
Well, I heard $4 to $6 billion over the crypto alone. what he's doing. So again, this is hearsay. This is IMO, in my opinion, $4 to $6 billion he's acquired since he's been president through crypto, because he's again inside trading, and he knows he's selling. Again, this is what they're saying. He's selling the positions for these crypto things. So he'll give the crypto like market, like a certain sector, he'll give them the notoriety when he buys it, and it's like 17 decimal points to the right. So it's like the millionth of a penny he's buying them at. And then when it goes public, it's maybe $2 or $3 a coin. But when you have the millionth of a penny and you're buying them at that, and you bought fucking 1 trillion shares, and it goes to 3 cents per, you just, you know what I mean? Like your money astronomically just expanded. And this is the shit he's doing from what I'm hearing.
And like with the oil, every time the Strait of Hormuz is closed, open. They all manipulate the market. That's the one beneficial thing about becoming a politician. You're going to become rich.
Especially the president, bro.
Yeah, the higher you get up in politics, the more money that's going to be in your pocket.
Especially this president, who is probably by far the biggest social media presence of any president that's ever been. So he's constantly talking on True Social, constantly fluctuating the markets. And not for nothing, I'm a Trump supporter, but I call a spade a spade. Who's his boys? Other than them boys from across the way, who else really backed him to become president? Was the oil industry.
Right.
The oil tycoons really backed him.
Mm-hmm.
Look who this made
the whole family's getting rich. Look at Kushner.
Oh, bro.
Hey, like, listen, like you said, call a spade a spade. It's like, I look at it, both sides, they get their money and then they run. We as the people need to pay attention and see, all right, who is the most morally correct out of these politicians that are probably going to say, no, I don't want the money. Because everybody going to say they want the money. You know what I mean?
None.
So all of these politicians are going to do their thing.
Of course.
We're always going to get ripped off as a taxpayer because that's what it is. I mean, Trump said in his 250 speech, he said America now has the most workers it's ever had in American history. And I'm like, multiple reasons, stupid. I'm like, we have the highest population we've ever had.
No shit, right?
I'm like, so we got more industries, more jobs. I'm like, but hey, great stat. But then I'm like, this is the stats for them. We have the most workers. I mean, they don't look at us like fucking people. We a social security number that pays taxes. That's all it is. We a fucking number to them. Like, we are a 9-digit number. And it's like, hey, guess what? Wait till 10-digit numbers start coming out. They don't want to do that because they're going to have to update and overhaul the whole system. It'll be like a whole new Y2K shit where everybody's scared of, oh no, the computers won't go to 00.
You know what's funny too? And I know you're talking about too with the number, right? So technically speaking, do we really have to do that? Why couldn't we, hypothetically, somebody died 300 years ago with a social security number? Well, that social security number is never going to be used again. Why not just erase that information for that person and then reissue that number again to somebody? It's not like somebody from 400 years ago is ever going to be relevant again in any shape, way, or form. Unless, you know what I mean? Like,
true, but America is like that hoarder that never gets rid of anything. That's why we got like Iron Mountain where we just store mad shit in the mountains. And then we're like, yeah, it's just, we got boxes of files of just people. So like, if they want to pull up something or who can we frame from back in history for this and do some propaganda, like they got millions of people to pick from. So like they keep that shit. Like once I seen some news reporter go into Iron Mountain and the tour guide had to stop certain things and blur it out. And then the news reporter was like, I can't tell you exactly everything I saw in there, but there was branches of the government that I've never heard of.
I believe it.
And I was like, yeah, there definitely is. And then my brain at the time, right? Just because I'm a stoner, I was like, yo, the Men in Black are real. I'm like, I want the neutralizer.
Yeah, right. It's completely
Yeah.
erased.
That's the one technology I wish we had right now.
Oh hell yeah! You know how many guys will walk up to their girls like, look around, and be like, "Fucking bitch," and then fucking snap. I did not call you that. I love you, honey. We have the best relationship in the world. Pervs like me, be like, snap. You will be my sex slave for the rest of your life. You will do as you are commanded.
Well, it's kind of like that drug in the islands with the scopamine.
Yeah, that's the fucking tree thing. The tree
Yeah.
fucking.
They call it like the devil's breath, where you just like
Yeah.
throw some dust at people, and you can. They have like an epidemic of it down there where people are
South
throwing
America,
dust.
right? Ain't that South American drug?
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, go over here and withdraw
Empty your
all
bank
the money
account."
in your bank account." And the person's doing it like all happy and hands them the money. It's like it's not a crime. So like, yo,
that's crazy.
We are so lucky as Americans. We don't got scopamine up here, and motherfuckers just throwing that shit.
Why hasn't again evil genius moment? I shouldn't be saying this because as if they don't.
Why hasn't it came up here?
No, but why hasn't the pharmaceutical company taken advantage of that and made their own fucking think about this? How long were they looking for the truth serum drug? Back in the 40s and 50s, they were experimenting with LSD and all shit, trying to find some way to if they were to capture a spy or something from like Russia. There you go.
Well, they probably figured out with the scopamine and it now leaked to the world. It's just they making sure that shit stays over there. Because, like, come on, bro. How we not get that in America yet? We get everything else. All these other drugs just magically come into America.
And then multiply in strength. Think about this, yo. We had heroin was big in the early 2000s. And then it went to Percocets, and then heroin, and then it went to fentanyl, and then it's like carfentanil, and then it's like some other shit, and then xylazine, and then they keep taking these things in times 10xing them in potency within a short time period. And the drug you're talking about,
Viceland about the switches in the drugs, and like ever since the fentanyl, and it's a thing with the DEA in China. So when they classify the drug as illegal, it's the chemical makeup of the drug.
Yeah, the molecule. Yes, yeah.
Right. So what they'll do is switch the molecules a little bit.
Yep.
It's still going to give you like basically the same effect, but now it's a whole different drug that they have to wait till it comes in. They have to wait till they arrest people and then claim that one's illegal because they don't know what chemical makeup is going to come next. So it's like always cat and mouse, but it's always behind.
It's like Adderall and meth. The chemical makeup of Adderall is literally like one molecule difference from methamphetamines. It's like the same. They're almost identical. There's like one or two in the structure of the molecule setup. There's an extra atom oxygen or nitrogen oxygen thing fucking over here.
I seen something at the counter of Cumbies, right? Once Cumbies grabbed something.
Oh,
right
yeah.
They got like
30s, yo. Yeah.
They got fucking gas station Adderall now. Like,
wow, gas station dick pills, gas station fucking Adderall, bro. What the fuck?
Like, nah. I seen that. I was like, wait a minute. They just selling that shit over the counter now? I'm like, they killed that market on the street. Everybody like, nah, bro, I'll just go get that shit at Cumbies. That shit work too.
For real.
Like, horrible.
I seen that shit. I don't know if it was Vice, but I saw something that was and I actually saw the bottle. It was this little blue fucking bottle. And I feel what the fuck's the name of it? I can't think of the name of it. But it's supposed to be like a feel good. So you go and drink it and it like levels out the
mood thing. Yeah.
So I saw someone, but this kid started drinking them every day for like 2 weeks and then was like buying 2 at a time, then 3 at a time. And then he said when he went to get off of them, he was like, yo, spending too much money. He blew like all his money in a month, and that money to pay his bills. And he was like, I gotta stop doing this. He said the withdrawals on that were like fucking horrible. And this is illegal something you can buy like basically at any gas station, like not Everclear. What the fuck is the name of it, yo? And it's funny because I saw the documentary on it. Then like 2 weeks later, I was at a gas station and I happened to glance over behind the thing, and it was sitting there. I was like, "Yo, that's that shit I saw in the documentary." It was like $7 a glass.
Be a heroin addict, right? That you're talking about? Because I think I seen the same thing.
It might have been. I don't recall. It might have been. I just know that dude. He started drinking these things and he got hooked on them. He said it was like the worst withdrawal he's ever had in his life.
Yeah, those gas station drugs and stuff, stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo, I knew shit was suspicious when they had. Remember when they had the fake weed?
Yeah.
Not for human consumption. It said like potpourri, and they were selling it. That was the first weed packs, and it was like, what is this? And it was like, nah, I'm good.
Isn't that what they call K?
Like,
isn't that the
yeah,
K2 shit these motherfuckers are smoking now?
Yeah. K2 is big money in jail.
Yo, I heard that shit. Well, what else are you gonna do in jail? What the fuck? I mean, you're bored as shit. Like,
well, they doing it on paper. So, the librarian at the Bristol County House Corrections, she just got sentenced. I think like 1.5 2 years, or whatever. She was working there for like 6 months. Somebody talked her into bringing in a couple sheets that were soaked and dried of K2, and what cost like $200 worked on the streets, I want to say was like 20 racks in there.
What?
So, yeah. Yeah, they were paying like thousands of dollars for like.
So they were wetting. What are they wetting the sheets in the book and then ripping the sheets out and then somehow extracting?
Oh yeah, like a notebook paper. You just like soak the whole paper, like get it wet. You know what I mean? So like they would melt it down. I guess I don't know. And fucking get the papers wet.
And then extract it?
Some of them, yeah, so they would like eat the paper or like rip up the paper and put it in like a rollie, smoke something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And going crazy with it.
Yo, that's wild. Bro, if you leave people in jail, it's funny too. You think about it, yo, people in jail, they got nothing else better to do with their time. They be thinking of the most creative, outside the box thinking of shit, bro. Like, who the fuck ever would have thought about like taking K2 and then wetting it on paper and then bringing it in? And then, dude, how'd she get caught, bro? How this bitch get caught?
Probably over the phones, because they said that there was phone recorded conversations, and like, yo, they track all that. So like, you gotta be smart. The COs and all their numbers are getting tracked and cross referenced with the jail, the securest jail calls. You can't have one of the jail phones going to an employee's number. They're like, wait a minute, hold on. We know this number. It's in our database as an employee. This is a librarian. Why is this inmate calling our librarian? Hold on, red flag. Let's listen to this conversation. And the guy was probably on the phone. Yo, beautiful. I need you to bring them papers in. The canteen this week. No, I love you.
Yeah.
We gonna start a family when I come home.
Yeah.
That shit. Like, come on now. That's what it was. Listen, I seen somebody smoke crack out of a chicken bone once. So
chicken bone?
Yeah, so it was a leg. And motherfucker carved a hole. So inside of batteries is what's called a battery spike. If a battery pops open, the negative end of a battery is flat. There's a metal spike inside that goes to the positive end of a battery. So in jail, people will bust open a battery to pull out the spike. They make like a little screwdriver with the spike, or like a little tattoo needle or whatever. And with the battery spike, this guy fucking dug out a chicken bone, fucking just made himself like a nice, like carved smoking pipe, bro. This shit looked ill. Like it looked like something you see at like some Halloween smoke store or some shit. I don't know, like some cool old man that just loves skulls and he just got a bone as a pipe. That's what it looked like. So he does all the thing, takes him a couple days. He knows that crack's coming on the block. And he was anticipating it and was like, I'm gonna get my pipe ready. Just go. That's what kept his mind off of waiting for the crack to come on the block. As soon as the crack came on the block, in Dartmouth they have single showers. He went into the shower, shut the door, hung up like a towel because it's a half door. So he hung up a towel and blocked the shower and smoked crack with his chicken bone until the cops came in the unit and had to extract him from the shower because he was too geeking to get out of the shower when it was locked down. So they were like, yo, get out of the shower. He was like, no, there's ghosts out there. He was like, lots of ghosts.
Yo, you can't make this shit up, man.
The one day he was calling a ghost was a captain, and the captains and majors, they all wear white shirts instead of like the normal uniform. So he's got like a white shirt on, all his buttons, brass. He's like, it's ghosts. Like, no, that's the captain. You're fucked. Ah, man. But yeah, you see the wildest, crazy shit. And I think it's life. I think life, you see wild things, and you just, the more you see, the more you're like, wow, the world's fucking crazy. And with social media, you see that now. Like, I see content creators from my city, and a lot of them, well, some of them are very concerned with, like, oh no, crime is horrible. I don't think so. And I think that's like across the board. I think we are just more aware to crime now and instances now. Like, we're from an era where, bro, we remember life before the internet.
Yes, I do.
You didn't know if anybody was getting arrested. Plus, you knew the person that got arrested.
Yep.
I mean, there was no Facebook or pages to tell you somebody got arrested. You had the newspaper, and the newspaper only covered like 2-3 stories. I mean, big crimes.
You were behind, yo, because it'd be like takes 2 days for the arrest report to end up in the newspaper. You reading on Wednesday who got arrested on Monday.
Right.
You know what I mean? No,
Like,
you definitely right about the numbers.
News used to have a police log and court dispositions the next day. So, like, they would tell you what happened in court the day prior and who got arrested the day before. So, like, that was the interesting part of the newspaper until they got rid of it. Like, you'd go read the front page, you'd go look on the back front page, the police log and court dispositions, see who got arrested and who did what and what happened to them in court. And then sports page.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and everything else you kind of skipped.
No, you're definitely right about the numbers, yo, because there's more people now in America than there ever been, like we said earlier. So the numbers of crimes are definitely down if you want to talk on an average. Like, average out how many crimes and divide it by how many people there are. You get, like, crimes per capita, they call that.
Yes.
The numbers are definitely down. And like you just said, the reason why we think that crime is more is because we see it more because of social media being thrown in our face. We actually see what's going on, and like you were saying earlier, the things that we would miss and not know about are then thrown in our face. So to us, it's like, oh shit, there was like 5 or 6 crimes today. Really, there was probably 20 before, and you only heard about a couple of them.
See, I realized this when I was young and like the internet was first coming out, but it wasn't even on the internet I realized this. My mother had a police scanner, like a box one, growing up. And I remember I was like 13, 14. I was 13. So me and my buddies, we did something stupid, and we threw a rock and it broke a window. So we want to put the police scanner on, see if anything went for it. that situation was fine. I lucked out. Everything good. The window got replaced by them, not me, but everything good.
Allegedly.
Then statute of limitations. I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I know the law. The police scanner was listening, and I'll never forget this because I was like, "Wow, that's fucking horrible. It's definitely gonna be front page of the paper." I'm like, "It's gonna be 6 o'clock news, everything." There was a Newport Creamery in the North End. They found a dead infant in the dumpster behind Newport Creamery. It was on the scanner. Bro, that never hit the paper. That never hit anything. Now, you also got to think about the day and age. The news put stuff out there, but they were a lot more like sensitive on like what they released. They didn't really post about the fucked up cases. So that's why like the world thought it was safe. Now you see these fucked up cases. Like I remember hearing that and like go and tell my mom. I'm like, yo, mom, they just found a baby at Newport Creamery in the dumpster. She was like, what? And then I was like, that's horrible. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got to put the news on. It's gonna be on the news. She was like, oh, it'll take till the morning. She was like, or tomorrow. I watched the news. It was 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then another 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Nothing. And I'm like, this is not making the news.
That's crazy.
They talking about like a car accident happened here, or like this one, there was a fight at a local bar, or just something that's catchy enough, but still kind of like classy to print and report. And now with social media, everything's got no filter, even though social media has all the filters.
Yeah.
The news is like no filter, in your face, all different angles. So not only does it divide people, it just makes people more scared.
Anxiety, it raises everything, dude. Anxiety.
Yeah.
Just
I think that could be like
fear
you saying it raises anxiety. That just piques my brain. I'm like, that's Big Pharma. Big Pharma love to raise anxiety. Loves the social media with the bad news.
Loves the fearmonger, bro. It's how they control you. They can get you to vote. They can get you to give up, to overlook things, to be like, yo, I'll give up some of my rights to get some of that security. You know what I mean? Like that's what they want. What was it? Benjamin Franklin said, if you give up, what's the fucking quote? If you give up liberty, if you give up your liberties for security, you deserve neither.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like basically, like if you're willing to give up your rights for a little bit of security, you're not worthy of either of them.
So I just looked up this, right? We talking about like crime and the perception of crime. Now, the Fall Police Department, Fall Massachusetts, they released like the crime stats, and everybody in the comments when I seen this, they're going crazy. They're like, "Oh, crime is horrible." Now, the population of the city, per the census, is like 100,000. Never mind the people that don't fill out the census,
right?
Which is probably another 10, 15,000 added to that. So we got at least 115, 120,000 in Fall. They had from May to June, well, it says June's crime stats. Calls for police service, 4,189. They had 398 arrests. 138 of the call were mental health, 57 fires, 58 break-ins, 3 shootings, 53 warrants, 236 domestics, 167 alarm calls, 133 larceny calls, 404 accidents, 264 medical, and 117 fights.
In a partridge in a pear tree.
Right. Now let's look at the calls that are arrest worthy. There's only 398 out of that 4,189. So out of at least 120,000 people interacting with each other daily, there was only 398 people that technically broke the law. That's statistically
That's pretty fucking low.
For real, bro. Like
that's very low.
Fucking safe. That's under 1%. Like, even if it was just 100,000 people and 398 people got arrested. Oh, we just lost fifth. They just arrested him. The police came and hijacked his whole feed. I'm so sorry, police. Sorry, officer. Not arrest me. No. Might be the government. I think the government did it. I don't know. Do you think the government did it? Comment below if you think the government did it. Well, while this goes on, I guess, I'm going to give you guys the behind the scenes of the Street Magic Anthem that you heard earlier. Actually, I'm not going to do that. The government didn't hijack him. Don't worry. He's back and he's safe. You got arrested at first by the police. We was talking about cops. And then I was like, wait, maybe the government hijacked them. Who knows? All right, damn. We got to stop. Anyways, moving on. I mentioned earlier when you had brought up Pelosi, we were going to talk about Pelosi's husband. Let's talk about Pelosi's husband. He's in the news. Check it out.
Nancy Pelosi's husband is accused of leaving the scene of an accident and could face misdemeanor charges. The sheriff's office in Napa County says 86-year-old Paul Pelosi hit a parked car on Friday outside of Napa. Someone allegedly saw him drive off and called 911. Deputies say they found Pelosi nearby with severe damage to his car. He was not under the influence and was not arrested. The 86-year-old was referred to the DMV to determine whether he may continue to drive.
He's
that
86.
Poor guy, bro, that poor guy has had a lot. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but didn't he just get in trouble a couple years ago when the cops pulled up because he had like his gay lover had a hammer in his hand and went after him,
attacking him and stuff.
Attacking him, and now he's fucking possibly not being able to drive. So hold on. That man's in his mid-80s, and that he's 86, and he trades stocks better than the top Wall Street guys in their prime.
He's got his investors, bro. We talked about these investors. He just tells the investor what to invest in. He says, hey, you. Nancy came home from work today and said, buy this. So buy this.
And that he did.
Do what you got to do. And he's like, okay, thanks. And then the investor's like, can I buy something for myself too? He was like, yeah, just you and nobody else. Allows that person to get rich too, so they keep their mouth shut. I mean, but dude's 86 years old. I don't think the hit and run was malicious. He hit a parked car, drove off with severe damage to his car. So at least it was still drivable, but enough damage where they're claiming it's severe. And then he probably didn't realize he's 86. Like, old people, I love old people, but there's a lot of things old people shouldn't be doing. Driving, in my opinion, is one of them. I mean, you always notice when there's like a fucking fucked up driver and it's not like a Friday or Saturday night. It's just like a normal night or day and somebody's driving all fucked up and you pass them. They're an old person.
Or they're doing 45 on the fucking highway and you drive past them and it's some old lady like up to the thing like this. Hair is like jet white, dude. Just doing 48 in the fucking slow. Even though it's a slow lane, still the cars are like, oh. Don't get me going on that shit.
Speed limit's still 65. At least go that. No. Doing 40.
I hate that. That should get me going.
Or like I'll see people on two-way streets. They'll just be driving in the whole middle. And it's like a whole person. It's like, yo, you gotta push the fuck over. Like I shouldn't have to pull into a parking spot to not get hit head on by grandma driving down the street. RMV needs to do better. Okay. What the fuck is going on?
They definitely should be talking about age. We were talking about age things earlier. This is definitely one of those cases where after a certain age, you should be required, at least, if not yearly, maybe bi-yearly, like every 2 years, go in for like some kind of cognitive test.
At least yearly, because at that age, so much could drop in health fast.
Yeah.
Like, a lot could happen in a year.
70 to 80, maybe every 2 years, 80 and up every year. There needs to be some kind of criteria, some kind of by your age, how often you do it, man, because you're right. A lot of times people pulling into CVS's and shit.
Retire, just blanket statement. As soon as you retire, it should be yearly. You know what I mean? And then once you hit like 70 and up, you gotta go like once a month, or at least you need your doctors to fucking report, and we do a checkup on your ass. So like we're gonna be in contact with your doctor now when you 70 and up.
Think about it, bro. Do we really even need that though? Think about it. Think about where we're going in life. Do we even need that, or is it a pointless waste of time? Because this is
20,
this is 2026. In 5 years or 10 years, are we even going to be driving, or is everything going to be driverless?
Speaking of driverless, when I went up to Boston recently, I forgot to hop in the Waymo. I forgot. I went up there for Terminology's pop-up event with Good Dad Gang and the Starter, and dope event, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to, because remember we was discussing I wanted to hop in the Waymo, but it got stuck in the neighborhood. Yeah, I totally forgot. We took the train, and I mean it was a cool ride. I mean everything was good, and I'm surprised too because like everybody up there for the World Cup in the trains, they ran that shit real smooth, and they smart. Know how like in New York, there's been viral videos about people jumping over the new turnstiles that they spent like mad money on, or like they'll drop a hat on the other side and go by. Yo, there's none of that in Boston. When you hop off the train, you gotta show to like even leave the tracks your payment.
No shit.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like opposite. So it's like, all right, hop on for free. You're not gonna be able to get out.
Yeah, you stuck on the train.
Like you'll be trapped here. So what's good? You want to get trapped? Gotcha. I mean, I was like, oh fuck. You know what I mean,
and it looks
like,
good. And it looks good for them.
Things, and it's not even like a whole system. It's just like you tap a screen like a normal old school type ones, but with a tap. But it's right in front of the booth. It's right in front of cameras. It's right in front of where all their people are.
Well, that's actually even smarter, bro. If you think about it, now we're letting you on the train. Now when they're taking pictures of the train, it looks like it's being used. You know what I mean? Now people, if think about it, it's a psychological game. If they were gonna talk about they want more people to ride the train, they're not gonna show empty trains because that doesn't show confidence in someone wanting to go. But if they're showing happy faces and trains full of people and shit, it's gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's more attractive to go on.
From taking the train, the days that I have took the trains, because I took the train a lot up to Boston last year, and I plan on doing the same this year. Like when I go up to Boston now, I prefer the train instead of driving. Even though like I'm a smoker and I prefer like to smoke on a ride before going somewhere.
Yeah, but driving
I'll
sucks.
smoke. Yeah, I'll smoke before hopping on the train because like it's so much easier. It's like cheaper, especially like on the weekends in the summer. Like they'll give you $20 a ticket, and it's good for the weekend. So like anywhere on the commuter rail, you can go to like the fucking Cape, you can go fucking Salem, you can go wherever you want. $20 and go do it again tomorrow. So like it's a great weekend thing.
It's an experience too.
Yeah, and
it's a different thing
during the week for people that gotta like parking is just ridiculous up there.
That's dope, bro. Because then you get the sightsee too. Instead of driving straight from A to B and trying to find parking in Boston, at least when you take the train, you're looking at shit. You don't have to pay attention to driving. You can look around, look at the gas tank and shit. Like there's things to look at. And then when you get off, the train doesn't bring you, direct door to door like your car would. So when you get off at your train, you either take a cab or maybe you got to walk a couple blocks. But then you're out sightseeing. You're actually out looking.
But Boston that I like about the train, it's so walkable. Like Boston got named the most walkable city in the country. I didn't really believe it, bro. It really Everton. It's like even a 10-minute walk from each other. So like you hop over the train to South City, just wherever you go, it's like a block from South City, fucking Chinatown. And then I'll go to the casino up there, go to Encore. Bro, I'll hop off at South Station, walk a block to Chinatown. I'll burn one down, but if I didn't want to burn one down, I'll burn one on the walk. As soon as I'm done, bro, they got a shuttle every fucking 20 minutes going to Encore. And it's like one of those limousine party bus type shuttles. It's all like nice, cool, heated leather seats and cooled seats. I'm like, this is fucking nice. I'm like, okay, and it's a free shuttle, drops you right off at the casino.
They make an experience out of it for you. Something that driving's boring, bro. Driving's just like when you throw on the radio or a podcast, you go right from A to B. Like I said, maybe you're trying to find $40 parking. If not, you got a parking garage, another $50. Like it's just boring. When you're driving, you have to pay attention to driving. You can't glance off and look around and have an in-depth conversation. Oh, look at that, a bird. Look at this. Look at this big building with all glass. Yeah, you know what I mean. You miss out on that aspect of it.
The government was smart in Boston with the design of it, back in the day, designing it and just continuing that design. But with the public transportation and all that, plus they got bikes and the e-bikes and scooters and all this other shit too.
Those bikes are everywhere too.
I wish Fall River Mass gets some of them. I think that'd be great for the city. You know how much less traffic there would be? You know how many people that have a hard time with their bills, but can't really afford their car payment? They shouldn't have a car payment. They should be worrying about banking up to better their life first. But their job is a 10-minute drive across the city. Nah, they could hop on one of them little fucking scooters and fucking or one of them little e-bikes and do their thing.
That's what's up. The e-bikes, bro. That's what's up.
That's why you see a lot of these people. The last few years, look how many people bought e-bikes for traveling and scooters.
Yeah.
You see so many of them scooters around because they're cheaper.
Bro, you don't lose time. The other thing is you don't lose time. Those e-bikes go 25, 30 miles an hour. So it isn't like a regular bike. I know a car, it was 10 minutes to get to the job, right? Them e-bike might take you 13 minutes if it takes you 10 in the car. And
it's so much cheaper.
Cheaper, better for you. Again, you're out breathing fresh air. You have to look around a little bit, actually see the city you live in, experience it, instead of just being in a cooped up little cube, fucking playing music, whatever you're doing, and just you tunnel vision when you drive, and you miss out on everything. You miss out on what's going on around you.
Like when I went to Brooklyn a few years ago for the Book of Hove exhibit at the Brooklyn Library, you could tell that the driving in New York, there was a lot of New York plates because obviously it's New York. But most of the cars driving around in Brooklyn were out-of-state plates.
No shit.
Most of the people in New York were walking. They were taking the subway. They were on scooters, fucking little e-bikes. Know what else was super huge out there? Almost 3 out of 10 cars were the little smart cars. The little fucking tiny.
The little joint. Yeah. The scoots.
Yeah, well, they're the scoots. They're fully enclosed. It's a scoot with a roof. So the roof scoots, the fucking bro, they're doing their thing, and I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, the parking over there is ridiculous, and you can get into more spaces with the smart car. You're still gonna want something for the weather elements. but like space-wise. And then people are just zipping through traffic with their bikes and fucking scooters, everything. I'm like, yo, it's faster to literally travel on a scooter than driving. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, they capitalized it. So, like, now I understand why, like, the governor of New York is now charging a congestion tax. You know what I mean? There's too many cars driving. There's too many people. They're like, hey, listen, we made it easy for you to fucking get around wherever the fuck you want to go. Why are you still driving? I understand you want your freedom, your independence, do whatever you want, be by yourself, not be around people. But hey, you want those freedoms and liberties now, you have to pay a little tax. There's too many people here.
Bro, they're trying to do a version of that here. There's legislation right now in Massachusetts that, which is completely opposite. I'll get into the opposite in a second. They want to tax. They want to cap your mileage you can drive in Massachusetts, and then whatever you exceed beyond that cap becomes a taxable for them to tax you on. I don't know the number. I don't know the specifics.
I think that's horrible, but I think Mass pass it. It's horrible, but I think pass it.
Yes, bro, that's what scares me, bro, because like myself, I do mad fucking driving, bro. And to boot, I'm making money on my car right now because Massachusetts law states that if I don't punch, if my company doesn't pay me travel time, like on the clock travel time, they have to pay you mileage. And you eat as me, I eat the first 50 miles of my day. So wherever my point is, so from my house to the job, and then from my job back to my house, say just is 150 miles, I get paid 100. I put in this little thing on the fucking sub sheet that we have to punch in and out at. How many miles do today? All right, so I put in 100, and it calculates. Massachusetts has that 72.5 cents per mile. So not only, do I get my paycheck at the end of the week, there's money added into my check that was like, all right, yo, every day you made this amount of money per day off my car. If they take, and that helps pay for my car, and helps, that helps me. So now think about now me, and most people have this. They put that tax into place, that pretty much just defeats that whole thing, because now there's going to be a cap where if I exceed a certain amount, I have to pay tax on that. Like, what about people? I drive a lot, and there's mad people that drive a lot too. I don't know the whole crux of it. I just know that this is in legislation.
Yeah.
So they're talking about it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's tricky. I wonder how they do that.
And for you, dude, what are you? I can't believe we didn't talk about this. And this, you're a big advocate. They're putting a question on the ballot to repeal fucking recreational weed in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever pass,
bro. Yeah, but they're even trying, bro. They're putting that on the ballot, and they're attempting.
100,000 signatures. You can get 100,000 Karens off of viral posts.
Bro, the amount of money that Massachusetts makes off that, why would you even consider? We're already in a budget deficit. This is a newly introduced money inflow, a new stream of revenue in the last 10 years in Massachusetts.
Well, ever since Massachusetts legalized weed, every single year it has generated more tax revenue than alcohol.
That's what I mean. But bro, they literally are putting. I don't think it'll pass either. They're actually putting that on the ballot.
It's a really, really far right conservative group that think like it's devil's lettuce, and they're like, no, this is horrible. And
that's wild,
so
bro.
They put, I want to say it was $15 million in advertising towards it at first to just like get people to sign up for it. And then it got the signatures needed to be on the ballot. And now that it's on the ballot, it got more funding for commercials and ads now. Because being on the ballot, they were able to get more sponsors to believe in it and donate money. So they're going to try to push it, but people are going to laugh at your face.
I'm shocked, bro. When I saw that, I was like, there's so many reasons why. Like, are you going to lose revenue on it? How does that look? Like our culture's accepted it. It's an accepted thing now.
It's a lot of the older generation. The older generation, you got to think, even those, most of them, former hippies, okay? They burned down. They thought it was great. However, now that they older, that Karen's, I want to speak to your manager, and they're complaining. Oh, what's that place gonna be? Is that gonna be another dispensary? Oh, another dispensary popping up. Another one. And then it's like, oh, another dope spot. And it's like, okay, it's not dope. Relax.
It's no different than the liquor store. Me and you know this. Me and you
Yeah.
know this. Like,
And
the
then, but
common
these
person
people
knows it.
don't look at it like that because they still have that stigma attached to weed, where they remember this is your brain on drugs.
With the fucking with the egg.
they believe that shit and fucking was like, oh, okay, oh my god, it's so scary.
You know, I'm actually looking it up right now. I'm asking. This is the question I'm asking. What are the top 10 reasons Massachusetts is trying to repeal the recreational marijuana law? I'm curious on what they pull up. Like, I just can't think of like what. There's no fucking benefit, bro. Like none.
They're gonna use the old school sayings. You know, it's the gateway drug. It's gonna lead to other drugs. Blah, blah. That's as much bullshit as, oh no, they're gonna put drugs in your Halloween candy.
Oh yeah, every year.
Every year. Oh no, they're gonna give out THC gummies. Be careful. No, they're not. Like fucking, come on. What stoner you know is giving out free edibles on Halloween to the kids? Nobody. They eating them edibles. Come on now. Be realistic.
Bro, the shit that, all right. Just
what did it come up with?
Bro, this is when I say reaching, when I say every reason is like, bro, not even remotely in the conversation. They're so reaching that the first thing that came to my mind was every one of these you could say about alcohol. So number one, and this isn't in order of 1 to 10, they just listed 10. Unchecked product potency. Concerns that the THC levels in modern cannabis and products, such as the concentration of edibles, are much higher and more dangerous than in the past.
Listen, when people have more of a tolerance to stuff because our bodies have been dosed with all types of shit during the years.
Dude, apply it to the alcohol.
THC levels don't fucking do anything.
Bro, alcohol's legal. Apply it to alcohol. Why are there variations in alcohol? Wine and beer are low alcohol levels. Mm-hmm. Tequila, vodka, Hennessy, they're all 20, 30, 40%. So exactly what I said. Anything on this list, you can go back to it in a legal setting and go, alcohol. You haven't already said there's structure.
It's those people that still look down on it and think it's horrible.
And then rising youth consumption.
You gotta wait until that generation dies off, honestly. Like that generation will die off.
This one's good. The second one, rising youth consumption. They're saying that as if that is a negative. Hold on. Let's be dead ass honest. If a kid is going to do a drug, a kid is going to do a drug. Now, with that mindset, let's be smart about it. Let's be adults. Let's try to steer them to, like, if they're going to do something destructive and you're not going to stop them, at least steer them to the one that has the least. One has never actually killed anyone in the history of its fucking existence.
Yeah, like Cat Williams says, it's only got 3 side effects: hungry, happy, sleepy.
So rising youth consumption, I'd rather have my kids smoking weed than drinking, and drinking's illegal. Never mind any of the other street drugs, which are completely contaminated and laced nowadays. You don't even know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be actually a pro, not a con. Impaired driving hazards, same thing. Accidental child ingestion, same thing as alcohol. Oversaturation.
They're going to drive slower and more cautious.
Right?
Motherfucker gonna be stuck in the stop sign, waiting for it to turn green. Like, come on, stop sign, turn green.
They are oversaturation of dispensaries. Same thing. The amount of liquor stores that are in the city. Public consumption, which is the same thing. People drink, people smoke. Do they drink? You just don't smell a drink. You can smell the weed.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. A lot of these old timers don't like to smell. Oh, you smell it everywhere you go now. It's like you did before too, but the guy on the street made all the money instead of state. So
yeah, I'm not down with any of this shit.
Oh no, we got bills to pay. We got to figure out. Anytime that the bills are due and it's too much, you got to revert back to selling some weed. And guess what? fucking, that's what we're doing in Massachusetts. The
Bro, there's
bills
still a
are
market. I can't believe there's still a market, bro. I said to myself when it went recreational as well as medical, and you could get it legally, I was like, bro, it's gonna decimate the black market. But there's still there's still an underground.
But the underground,
it's different. It's not the same.
yes.
It's not. It's
the prices have dramatically dropped on everything. So
better for the consumer.
Yeah, it's a consumer's market. So you're still gonna have people selling weed, but it's not a big flip unless you move in weight of weed.
Or you're growing it, and you're growing it, and you're getting it at such the cheapest thing that you can if you want to sell nickel and dime bags, which you wouldn't at that point. But if you did, you know what I mean. You can make
exactly
that way.
And it's legal to grow now. You can grow up to like 12 plants or something in Mass, I think it is. So it's like, go ahead, grow your weed, make your money, fucking do. Here you go. Mass made it legal for everybody to sell weed. They say, here, grow your own and sell it. You're not
right? Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
They actually helped the black market. Comes into the house and what's all these weed plants? I'm allowed to have these, officer.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Back in the day, it's shit, I'm going to jail.
Bro, that's slick. If you think about it, they matrixed the black market. They were like, we are the black market now. That we have become that. They just walked in like, it's ours. Thank you.
Well, because they cut the prices. Whoever cuts the prices on whatever market, it's capitalism.
Well, supply and demand. Supply and demand. Not only did the black market, but now you like the article said, there are a shitload of dispensaries, which means the supply is crazy. More supply, price come down.
Now, speaking of markets, this is something that I'm sure you grew up with, just like I did. Playing video games.
Hell yeah, I'm a gamer.
Now,
I'm a gamer till this day, my 40s.
Sony PlayStation is changing the game. They're changing the game, and you're still gonna be able to get the game, but you kind of can't get the game, but still get the game. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
It's ending an era for PlayStation gamers. Starting in January of 2028, all new PlayStation games will be digital only. No more new titles on disc. You have to buy them through the PlayStation Store or other digital retailers. Games released before January 2028 will still be sold on physical discs.
Damn. I get it because it's saving them millions.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, the money they're saving?
Big money. They don't gotta produce something physical for you and put it on the disc and all that technology. However, buying the product, that was always like a sense of joy, the game. So that
it was like a rite of passage. It was like a rite of passage. You go to the store, you walk in there, you have the game, just like the CDs we were talking about. Remember how we're hip hop everything talking about purchasing the CD? You open up the pamphlet, you read the thank yous, the extra pitches, who was on the song, people that were same thing with the game. You open the game up, there's a booklet inside, gives a little bit of directions, maybe adds a little bit more mystique to the game. Kind of like there's a cliffhanger there, and I really can't wait to get this fucking thing home and play. You miss all that. You miss that whole experience.
Now, on top of this, does it open up a lane where PlayStation could just be like, hey, sorry, you bought this game, but it's no longer available. We decided to take this game off the market. It's not on the store anymore.
I'm glad you said that because before we got into this, we dive into this, I was gonna say, what's funny, what that video didn't tell you was that PlayStation, the same week it releases this statement, said it got into a licensing disagreement with I forget who it was, but anyone that had purchased a certain movies that came out of a certain branch, under a certain that they got released underneath a certain, almost like a distro kid for music. There's Merrimack's Housing or one of those. So there's a whole branch of movies that come underneath that. They lost licensing with that. So anyone that purchased those movies on a PlayStation doesn't have it anymore. It got erased off of Sony. The same week. You look it up, yo. You look up the thing.
That's crazy. You said that because I didn't know that. And like, yeah, because I can see that going with the games. So Sony will probably just pay for the licensing of a game from the creators for a few years, and you'll own it temporarily. The storage until, hey, guess what? The licensing deal's up, and you no longer have access to this game. We have new games. Buy these. And you won't be able to keep the game. I just think
just a couple. This is what it said. Lost distribution rights from 551 Studio Canal movies and television shows on the PlayStation Store. Not that affects all movies. It said and this is just some of the titles it had brought. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Apocalypse Now, and Paddington, which is 3 that they had listed. That it was a short article. They weren't trying to go crazy. Will automatically be deleted from users' digital libraries on September 1st, 2026. So, with that being said, does it, like you said, something about going to the next step earlier, us as consumers, from that point forward, no more games come out. Do we then, and people will, make some kind of device, USB you plug in, and then you can download that game into this thing, and you keep this hard drive at your house, so that if the game ever does get erased, you always get a copy.
Oh,
Like,
that's gonna be
what we have to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be some black market cable black box type shit. That's what that's gonna be.
How are you gonna get games that are gone? This game doesn't exist anymore. I still got a copy. You know what I mean, bro? Is that gonna be a currency? Is that gonna be? Yeah. Think about that going forward. You know what I mean? Like, and we will do it.
Currency. People are gonna have copies of games that don't exist no more. You want to play that game? Yeah, I got it. Now,
hell yeah.
We got to talk about 2 crazy things that happened in New York this week. One is more for the ladies, and well, actually, both of these could be for the ladies because both of these big romantic spectacles of love.
What I miss?
And
he's laughing. Uh-oh.
Just check it out. We'll talk
Big stunt at the Empire State Building, staying there in New York, but it also is raising serious security questions around the building there. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah with what we've learned about how the Russian couple pulled this all off.
This morning, new details emerging about the proposal at 1,400 feet that captivated the country.
2 geniuses climbed to the top of the Empire State Building, the top of the spire.
The daredevils, now identified as Angela Nikolaou and Ivan Kunetsov. The Russian couple seen here being transferred from a New York police station last night after their arrest. Without any type of safety equipment, they climbed to the top of the spire and unfurled a banner that read, "When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace." Then they descended to a lower platform where Kunetsov dropped to his knee and proposed.
And now they're kissing. To share this with you as bizarre a New York City moment as I've ever seen.
The couple posting photos of the engagement ring with a one-of-a-kind background. They're already famous for their romantic photo shoots atop skyscrapers. But now important questions are being raised. How did they pull off this stunning security breach at a time when law enforcement in New York is on heightened alert for the July 4th holiday? The couple somehow gained access to a door leading up to the spire, which is typically locked.
They didn't just stumble upon that hatch. There was what we would call pre-observational surveillance. Someone cased the joint, if you will, to find those accesses.
Police rushing in, closing streets, and ordering the observation deck evacuated. While back on the spire, specially trained officers with helmets and harnesses met the couple on their descent, bringing the incident to a close.
You can't be up here.
Yeah, I'm okay. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, I love how the cop wanted to state the obvious. Hey, you can't be up here.
No
shit, bro. That's why you're here.
It's funny, bro. The very first time, it's funny when you said that, and I heard about that, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But yo, now I'm thinking about it, and the first thing that popped in my head when I was listening to this was, how the fuck did they get up there, and how were they able to breach? And they're right, it wasn't just one level of security. It wasn't like they just got to the top floor and the door should have been locked. There was the entrance to get into the building, and I'm sure throughout there's maybe call them a couple checkpoints here or there. You know what I mean? Like certain areas you have to get through. Probably swipe card and shit. Like
one thing that piqued my interest too. I love when the newscaster was like two Russian couple. I'm like, these motherfuckers is like really athletic to be climbing and scaling skyscrapers and shit. I'm like, and Russians like, is this like practice exercises? You better search that Empire State Building.
Bro, if two civilians, regular Russians can do that, imagine what some of their elite force that convert to spy people that are like trained KGB shit, what they can infiltrate. If these two commoners could do this.
Right, but that's if they're commoners. My brain's going to what if they're like these elite people?
Well,
and this is just like
they wouldn't be on national. Yeah, but you wouldn't do a stunt like that. You want to keep low. You don't want to be like, hey, like here I am. You know what I mean? Like,
but now, like it's kind of like hiding something in plain sight under somebody's nose, and like just playing it off.
Unless they were going to make a double move, unless they wanted the focus to be there because they were going to move the important piece was going to be moved, but it was so they had to make a diversion. So all the attention goes this way. If I was
New York or the federal government, I would inspect the Empire State Building. I'm certain
all the buildings.
Well, yeah,
all at this point because if it's the Empire State Building, what if it's Fed 1 or World 1, whatever the Twin Towers do thing, like all those, like the Sears Tower and shit. Like, what about all that?
Yeah, but definitely this one that they just climbed. I'd be like, all right, while they were climbing, did they just like plant like a bomb over here that I can remotely access in 3 months from now? Boom.
Yeah, no shit, right?
I mean?
Right.
Like, and everybody forgot about the couple that climbed up here. They're just like, holy shit, did something happen?
It wasn't that couple. They were in love. Yeah, the fake. Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? They're in jail anyways. They couldn't do it.
That doesn't mean the remote. Somebody else didn't drive by with the fucking remote. You know what I mean?
It got dropped down to somebody. I mean, like,
that guy never had the remote to begin with. This was the plan that way. They knew he was going to be locked up. They were just there to deliver it. The other guy got the remote. They would never even
chilling. Like, all right, I got this. Just go get that done. See the
number for the signs.
And the confirmation was the sign of love.
Was the people? Yeah.
It was like, all right. And they're like, don't worry, you're not gonna go away for terrorism. They're gonna get you for climbing something. Because they're like, I don't want to go to American jail for the rest of my life as a terrorist. No. They're gonna torture me. No, well, this is how you get away from that. You're gonna go for just scaling the building and call it a day.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my brain just went there because it was a Russian couple.
Nah, it was good. That was definitely.
Said it. They were like Russian couple. I was like, Russian couple? What are you talking about? But I said that there was two nice all-factor acts of love in New York. The second one, this one's more for the ladies. The biggest pop star of our day and age got married. Taylor Swift. And shut down New York. And know who she had officiating? Adam Sandler. Bro, that's
okay.
That's a flex. Check this out. We'll talk
This guest
about
list includes Fergie, Dakota Johnson, Julianne Moore, Ethan Hawke, Hugh Grant, Jason Sudeikis, Jessica Chastain, Nikki Glaser. Whew, just to name a few lucky guests. And while those names may not have appeared in her earlier songs, fans of her music know that this happily ever after, and this wedding specifically, has been a long time coming.
The night literally sparkling for a wedding celebration that couldn't possibly be more endgame. After the storm, something was born on the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's July 3rd wedding reception stretching into the early morning hours of Independence Day.
It really was intimate, wasn't it, guys?
And it was just so beautiful. And it's hard to imagine that a place that big and a wedding with such stars could feel so personal.
Our Robin, George, and Michael spilling the Swift tea after attending the wedding of the decade.
It was like any wedding that you would attend.
It was their dream wedding, and it really was amazing. Congratulations to both of them.
Congratulations.
Oh, and their vows. All right. They wrote their own vows.
Little books.
Yeah.
And Maren Morris sharing the handkerchiefs given to each guest, which include a lyric from one of Travis's favorite songs. As for the ceremony, Travis and Taylor's brothers serving as best man and man of honor. And Taylor's Something Blue, the Empire State Building going full opalite for the occasion. And they're calling it the Billy Madison Square Garden.
Oh, back to school.
Thanks to Adam Sandler officiating and performing a song during the ceremony, after he worked with Travis and Happy Gilmore too.
Sorry you had to hear that, Mr. Gilmore.
And it was certainly a star-studded affair from Nelly and Ashanti to Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, J-Lo and the Chicks.
Have there ever been this many celebrities from all corners of the universe under one roof? I don't think so. Even comparing it to the Met Gala or the Oscars, you don't have Paul McCartney, Tom Brady, the head of Disney, all under one roof.
Taylor told us last year it would be big.
The only stressful weddings are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble. I'm not going to do that.
But despite that guest list, details are still slow to trickle out, but maybe fans will get more soon.
Taylor has always worn her heart on her sleeve. Travis lives out loud. And I think at the end of the day, they will want to bring fans with them inside for a peek at their nuptials.
Okay, so there are a few details trickling out this morning. Stevie Nicks, Tim McGraw, and Paul McCartney performed, and during the reception, guests could play carnival-style games to win tickets for big prizes, and there were claw machines to win smaller, still high-end swag.
Oh, I wonder what was in those claw machines. Wow, all right.
Some bags, some jewelry.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of
I'm
everything.
sure it was a very well-planned event, and I love how she had just a man of honor and a best.
Thank you.
This guest list includes Fergie, Dakota Johnson, Julianne Moore, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. What? The shit I see on the news just makes me funny sometimes, man. It just makes me laugh. So they went and got a gay guy that was like super flamboyant to talk about the fucking Taylor Swift wedding. Like, you see how they match things up? You see how the news matches these things up, though? Like, I pick up on it. Maybe I'm fucking weird. I don't know, bro, but I don't know. As if... Yo, you're muted. You're muted. Well,
Yeah.
that's me. There you go. There you go.
Nah, I was muted because I was talking stuff I shouldn't say. No, but yeah, you're right. I catch that too. I mean, they're like, "Here, you go say it. You do it." But so they're saying Stevie Nicks performed, Paul McCartney performed, Tim McGraw performed, Adam Sandler performed and officiated.
Adam.
J-Lo there.
Oof.
It was at Madison Square Garden. Okay.
Legendary.
Then her Something Blue was the Empire State Building lit up. Flex. That was a rapper flex. I mean, the rapper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Bro, I wonder what
I
that
think
cost.
that was a fuck you to Kanye. Was that a fuck you to Kanye? He's like, Empire State Building. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
That was like 1.5 million to do that too. That's a drop in the bucket. Her. She
Yeah,
don't even
just
care. She
just
don't even
about
care.
60 seconds. And then one thing I noticed about all the Times Square billboards that had the just married, it was spelled wrong. It was J-U-S, the and logo, T, married. And
Was
then
it
I'm
AI?
like, it made sense.
AI does shit. AI does shit like that sometimes.
Either that or they're using the misspelling of what's going to be on those billboards as like an album cover. I can see Taylor Swift's all about her fucking relationships and music. She's just married.
Yeah.
Her next album probably going to be Just Married with the spelling off.
Just like that.
You know what I mean? Just for it to stand out.
They're dropping subliminals on us, bro. So that way, when they see that, you automatically gonna think good things. Everyone associates a wedding with positive, happy vibes. When they see that lettering, it's automatically pre-programmed. Yep.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think there's something up with that. Some fishy.
Mm-hmm.
But Guys, we've been live for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Share this out in your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. Follow and subscribe everywhere. We are live. We are live on Kick. It's your boy Fifth. Live on YouTube. It's your boy Fifth. Also on YouTube on Street Magic Multimedia and on Facebook on the Four of Experience Facebook page and Aaron All Nighter Facebook page. Next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing Hip Hop Everything. And 11 a.m. next Sunday, we will be doing the Sundays podcast. That's more geopolitical. And Hip Hop Everything is, well, everything hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Makes sense. And the pop-up podcast for all of you who are new to the podcast from the Four of Experience audience, we just pop in and talk about what's popping, what's going on in the world. This was
trending topics, like that week's trending topics. Pretty much. This is how we do 3 different podcasts. Aaron does 4. But the 3 of them, like you saying, like the Sundays podcast is more it's definitely geopolitical and very politically driven. Yeah. Where this pop-up podcast is more what's trending, like what's trending around the world, around the United States, throughout certain sectors. And then the hip hop everything is hip hop everything, anything and everything hip hop. And then Aaron also does, like you see, he brought back the Fall River Experience, which is more local and then regional and then like continental.
Well, I revamped it. When I brought it back, originally Fall River Experience was that regional, just local. Regional, then national, international. Now it's just strictly for because I'm saving all national for pop-up and international for Sundays. So that way people can get their dose of that on those podcasts and it's not oversaturation of product.
And let's be honest, bro, you live in Fall River, bro. There's more than enough shit going on. Yeah.
Somebody today just got fucking chased with a machete at Bicentennial Park.
What the fuck?
I was like, they just had the fireworks there yesterday. Then the very next day, from a family-friendly event the night before,
chasing
next
out
day,
fucking Jason style.
Not bad, not good.
Friday the 13th.
One thing I gotta say about Fall River crime is 90% of it is like target. Like Fall River is not a city where you gotta like really worry about walking around and getting attacked by somebody. Now I know it happened to former Mayor Flanagan, where he got randomly attacked and stabbed and made big news.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
However, I think that was somebody who maybe was mad at him as mayor. You see how politics can get people to act crazy. Look how many Trump assassination attempts we've had.
Yeah.
So maybe former Mayor Flanagan didn't know the guy who stabbed him, but the guy knew who former Mayor Flanagan was and was angry about something. Fall River is the type of place where like it's targeted. I mean, there's a lot of domestics, a lot of drug crimes, a lot of like normal fights, like neighbor fights, or hey, these two got into a fight at a bar or whatever. I mean, they're arguing for stuff like that. Little property crime. People ain't really busting up people's property. And then for like the drug crimes, the shoplifting, the larceny from the stores. And then like, hey, lock your car doors and don't leave stuff in your yard because you might have an addict come swipe it. Other than that, there's nothing super wild. I said something like this the other day, and somebody was like, yeah, but what about the guy who had the pitchfork in his head a couple weeks ago? I'm like, the guy was fighting in a unsanctioned boxing match in his backyard. He had got knocked out by the dude he killed the dude who knocked him out, and then after he killed that dude, his boy was like trying to defend the dude he just killed, and he killed that guy too. I'm like, that's not a random act of violence. It's targeted. killed the dude who knocked him the fuck out and just embarrassed him in front of everybody. His pride was hurt. And he went overboard. He was like, hey, I can't fight this dude and knock him out, apparently, but I'm going to win. I'm going to win this fight.
I'm going to get a pitchfork. But, bro, I don't think – I think it's the escalation.
How far
escalation? Yeah, like, really, bro? Like, you went from a fist fight to fucking pitchforking someone, bro? Like, that's –
But they were in the backyard boxing. He probably looked around and seen a pitchfork in the backyard, just grabbed whatever was close to him.
That's still like there's a lot of space in between that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go from here to there.
It's still targeted. It's not like somebody's walking down the street and somebody comes running out of a driveway and pokes him up. And
it wasn't a knockout game. We just run up across. I get it.
Like, what the fuck? You brought up the knockout game. I ain't heard that in forever.
They started doing that shit again a couple years ago. I was watching shit on TikTok. Yeah, it started people running up and just clocking people and running.
I remember growing up, people would do that. But like, I don't think Florida was a city where it's like random. Same with New Bedford. New Bedford's not. You don't hear random acts of violence. It's when you do hear acts of violence in the crimes, it's like, all right, this person knew this person. You know what I mean? Like, they knew each other. For the
most part, people mind their business here. Like, people don't they integrate a little, but it's not too much. I will say my real hometown is wild right now. Brockton, Massachusetts, because of the Cape Verdean population, with the football, with the soccer. Woo! Bro, they bugging out of there. Curfews and shit.
Well,
imagine a mayor of a town of the size of Brockton, with the population Brockton has, being like, yo, y'all are in the house on a Friday before the 4th at 10 o'clock.
Well, Brockton's been like fucking up for the last month, okay? The Brockton High School graduation, there was a mother that came up and said that the mayor sexually assaulted her daughter.
Yo.
And had already put that claim in before the graduation, so he had agreed before the graduation not to hand out the diplomas, to not interact with the victim, but to still give a speech. And the mom was like, yo, you still shouldn't even be here. Like, fuck out of here. And like, don't try to act like you did nothing. And then called them out. And now with the football game, the soccer FIFA Cape Verde, there was, I believe it was like a 7-year-old that was shot. And a watch party. Bullets don't have names. I mean,
nah, dude, a couple. I think it's been like what, 3 deaths? I think two or three deaths, and a buttload of stabbings. Like a shitload of people getting stabbed. So you don't hear about those that much, but there's a lot of stabbings going on right now.
Yeah, so people getting poked up, getting shot at. That's what happens when a few people get angry in a big crowd. Other people who are tense, they just sometimes. I've been in like a group fight before that started off with like 1-2 people. You know what I mean? And it was just other people that were around that were just hype, ready to go. They just seen somebody fighting and was like, who can I punch? Let me punch this person. It's like, bro, that's your friend. Wrong person, stupid. You know what I mean? But they're like, they're on go. They're ready to go. And it's like, you leave those guys at home on a bar night. You're like, hey, bro, you can't come out with me. Like, the fuck? So, but that shit, I think it's...
They mixed being really hot temperature-wise, muggy and hot as fuck. They mixed soccer. They mixed the alcohol. And then you're already in urban town where multiple factions don't get along. Sprinkle that spice on top of that,
and they're all together. Every group that don't get along is together celebrating the event. And it's because, hey, guess what? The city's got nothing else to do. So what are we gonna do tonight? Heard there's a huge watch party. Let's go check it out. There was probably people at the fucking watch party. One, weren't nationality of either fucking team, and then two, don't know anything about soccer. But they were just probably there because that was the place to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? That's like the kids nowadays going to like the Portuguese feasts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The kids nowadays, they don't even know the Portuguese music. They don't understand music at all. But they just there walking around because why? There's nothing else to fucking do.
Mm-hmm. And this is the event. This is the thing. Dude, that's huge. That's huge down in New Bedford. That Portuguese feast, man.
Yeah.
Yo, they closed down streets like a half mile from my house, bro. I'm like, I don't even go that direction. I go the other way. I know when that shit's on, I'm like, I'm going the opposite direction.
This year, Sugar Ray is performing.
In New Bedford?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So there's a halo on the corner of my girlfriend's bed. That's going to be in New Bedford.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, that's a good thing for New Bedford. I think that's a bad thing for Sugar Ray. Like, because didn't he go from, like, arenas?
Yeah.
Like, he was selling out stadiums.
That's, yes, yeah.
Like, and granted, the Madeira Feast in New Bedford gets a crowd. You know
Yeah, no,
what I mean?
it's definitely nationally known. That's like a big thing down there.
Right. It's still a national thing. And huge crowd.
No, but I get your point, though. I get your point. How you go all the way from there to there.
Stage itself is a lot different. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You're going to have like a pop-up trailer stage.
Yeah, if that.
One of those unfolding trailers that just happen to unfold.
Somebody's going to unfold a parquet floor and just put it on the grass. He's going to stand on top of that like a fucking tent. Oh.
It's going to be on the New Bedford Facebook pages and groups. Him dancing with somebody's revolt. That's going to be great.
Awesome,
but, guys, we're going to wrap this up with some of our music, just like we started it off. And what we're going to do, and I think this is going to be the new format with Pop-Up, just to give us time to share it out in the beginning. We'll do the intro, the behind the scenes for Street Magic Anthem, and the Street Magic Anthem music video. And gives us enough time to get the shares out, all of that good, people to tune in, and for you guys to catch behind the scenes. And I'm just going to preface the behind the scenes by saying we love the juice.
Yeah.
I just had to preface.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. It's all fun and games until somebody wants to report shit. So, guys, we love everybody.
That wasn't what you said about
everybody equally. So,
yes,
it's a love-hate relationship with life, guys. But I'm off this. It's your boy Aaron All Nighter.
It's your boy Fifth. Peace.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
Street magic, got the city in a chokehold. Came about the dirt, not a wrist on frost mode. Blueprint solid, every move like a chess play. 10 tones down, gotta get it in the worst way. All-nighter, yeah, the grind don't sleep. Turn the dream into cream, and we split it with the team. Came from the trenches where the love run cold. Now it's full court press, never break, never fold. Took the long road, never asked for a handout. Flipped a couple losses, now we flex with the bands out. Mind over matter, that's the code pressure, make diamonds, tell them look how the team shine. City on my back, got them chanting the name. Street magic worldwide, let it run through the veins. Legacy in motion, this history in real time. Ain't no competition, every verse is a kill sign.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal.
Built for the storm, never bent, never broke. Turn the pain into power, every word that we spoke. Street magic in my veins, this ain't luck, this is fate. Every step that we take, got 'em raising the stakes. Coming from the basement, now we up in the building. Made a wave out the struggle, now we aim for a billion. Told them bet on the grind, I don't gamble with hope. Every line that I pen like a million quotes. Self-made, every step been precise. Turned the struggle to a flame, now we shining every night. Kept it real, never folded, never switched on the code. Now the vision coming true, every seed that we sowed. A1 to day one, never lacked. Took the pressure, made diamonds, put the team on my back. Street magic, we the force, we the wave. Built brick by brick, known for killing stage.
This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt. Wounds in the beat, let the bass line hurt. You want smoke, we want full inferno. Street magic, run the game, eternal. This ain't hype, it's heritage, born from the dirt.